Okay. But at that time, Mukunda Datta requested Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to continue his Sankirtan movement for a few days before taking sannyas. This is stated in Chaitanya Bhagavat Madhya Khanda, chapter 26. The information of Lord Chaitanya's accepting the announced order was made known to Gadadhar Pandit, Chandrasekhar Acharya, and Mukunda Datta by Nityananda Prabhu, and therefore all of them went to Katwa and arranged for Kirtan and all the paraphernalia for Lord Chaitanya's acceptance of sannyas. After the Lord took sannyas, they all followed him, especially Sri Nityananda Prabhu, Gadadhar Prabhu, and Govinda, who followed him all the way to Purushottam Kshetra. In this connection, one may refer to Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat Ante Khanda, chapter 2. In the place known as Jaleshwar, Nityananda Prabhu broke the sannyas rod of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Mukunda Datta was also present at that time. He went every year from Bengal to see Lord Chaitanya at Jagannath Puri. So Sri Mukunda Datta is the childhood friend of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and it is explained in Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat that Lord Chaitanya would argue with him, and Lord Chaitanya would take special pleasure in striking an argument with Mukunda Datta. And as Srila Prabhupada explains further, Mukunda Datta and Vasudev Datta are the two singers, Madhuvrata and Madhukanta, of Braja Lila. So Vasudev Datta is a singer, the devotee. Vasudev Ghosh is another Acharya. Vasudev Datta is another Acharya. Vasudev Ghosh has written songs. I believe they were also singers. They were three brothers, Vasudev Ghosh, Govinda Ghosh, and Madhav Ghosh. So the three brothers, three great acharyas. Vasur Hiya Pashanadiya is a very great writer. He's written so many songs. यदि गौर न हुई तो yes, Vasur Hiya कभी की हुई तो yes, that is Vasudev Ghosh Thakur. So Vasudev Datta is another devotee. Vasudev Datta is another acharya. That is that is another devotee. That is another Vasudev Datta. So that is Vasudev Datta, that Prahlad Maharaj quote. So 42 it may come actually. So it may be same as Vasudev Datta. Who is Prahlad? Who is Prahlad? Vasudev Datta. Prabhupada's ancestry. Vasudev Datta. Okay, so that is coming up in text 42. But now the Mukunda Datta, as we see, has been very close to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He knew about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's sannyas. Lord Chaitanya revealed that desire to him. He also went to Katwa. And now there is a Mukunda in Mahaprakash Lila, whom Lord Chaitanya was not giving mercy. I believe is the same Mukunda Datta. Because here Srila Prabhupada, although Prabhupada doesn't mention that, so Prabhupada is only mentioning that the Shat Prahariya, that is Mahaprakash Lila. Shat Prahariya, 21 hours Lila, is the actual Mahaprakash Lila. Although the Prabhupada mentioned that he inaugurated it with his the first song he sang. No? He inaugurated with singing, but then Mahaprabhu was not giving him mercy because he was because Prabhupada mentions here in the purport that he used to attend uh, indiscriminately any spiritual program, so-called spiritual. So he would go everywhere, here, there, everywhere. Mahaprabhu was not very happy with that, and therefore Mahaprabhu was not giving his mercy. And he said he will take many lifetimes. But then Mahaprabhu, so in one sense we can say Mukunda Datta he's a classmate of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So because he's so intimate to Mahaprabhu, Mahaprabhu took. So you see, Mahaprabhu, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, actually he was. So in Mahaprakash Leela, Mahaprabhu didn't give mercy to a select few, or was not giving mercy to a select few. But those few now are very intimate associates of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Who is the other Acharya whom Mahaprabhu didn't give mercy? Kundadatta, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu called him back, because he wanted to demonstrate the heart of Mukunda Datta. Therefore, he first rejected, then called him back because Mukunda Datta was so enthusiastic. He said, just a million lifetimes, no problem. But I will get mercy of Lord Chaitanya. That was his attitude. He was so grateful. So, who is the other Acharya who was not given mercy? And Mahaprabhu did not give mercy at all. Means, who's the Acharya? Yes, Shachimata. Mahaprabhu didn't give her mercy. So, anyways, Mahaprabhu used to give her mercy in that way all the time. She is the divine mother of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But then Mahaprabhu is exhibiting that, is it? And later, so Shachimata took the dust lotus feet of Advaita Acharya. Then she was forgiven. So, so this is very beautiful here, the description. I have heard there is one Mukunda who's a doctor. Huh? Yeah, that is from, no. So, in fact, there is one Mukunda who is the, I believe, is the father of Raghunandan Thakur. There is one Mukunda, one Acharya Mukunda, who is the father of Raghunandan Thakur. He is a doctor. So he is a doctor. So it seems that the Mukunda Datta, whom Mahaprabhu didn't give mercy, is not the Raghunandan's father. No? He is the class friend of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because Prabhupada is mentioning that in the purport, he used to go here and there. No? So then there is one Mukunda who is a doctor. No, who fainted actually. Who actually fainted. So yeah. What is his full name? Raghunandan's father. Yes, he's a doctor. So he is Srikanda's Mukunda. So he is Srikanda's Mukunda, है ना? कौन? Mukunda Das. Mukunda Das. Okay, so his name is Srila Mukunda Das. Mukunda Das is a doctor, and there is a pastime that he heard about. He fainted. He was fanning. Whom he was fanning? So he was fanning, and what happened to him? He saw the peacock feather, and he remembered Krishna and fainted. Yes. So Yeah, he's a doctor. That Mukunda is a doctor. He's the father of Raghunandan Thakur. So Lord Chaitanya asked him, Mukunda, who is Guru, who is disciple? Na? He said, na, Raghunandan is Guru, I am the disciple. So, so that is Mukunda Das. Murari Gupta is Hanumanji. Okay. So there is Vasudev Ghosh, there is Vasudev Datta. There is Mukunda Datta and there is Mukunda Das. The Sri Khanda is Mukunda Das. Sri Khanda. Sri Khanda is the place of Narhari Sarkar. So the entire entourage of Narhari Sarkar was there at Sri Khanda. Very vibrant place. So very vibrant place. Shri Chaitanya Mangal was written there in Sri Khanda. So who was the writer of Shri Chaitanya Mangal? Srila Lochan Das Thakur. लोचन बोले सही पापी एलो और गेलो is Lochan Das Thakur. So he wrote Sri Chaitanya Mangal, and Raghunandan Thakur hails from that area. So Raghunandan Thakur, who gave that offering, and the Lord ate it. That is the pastime. Ramchandra Kaviraj is also from Sri Khanda. So Sri Khanda is a very beautiful place. Huh? In West Bengal or in Bangladesh? No, it's there in West Bengal. It is very near Mayapur, just 3-4 hours drive, 4 hours maybe. So yeah, I think it's 4 hours drive. Yeah, 3 to 4 hours drive. We'd gone to Sri Khanda. It was very amazing. Yeah, we'd gone to Sri Khanda. We reached at 4 o'clock. Maharaj did kirtans till 6:30. Raghunath Maharaj, then he started the class. He ended the class at 10 o'clock. 10:30. Then he did 1 hour kirtan. We came back at 2 o'clock in the morning. So, and 4:30 morning program. So that is spiritual life. So it was interesting. At 7 o'clock, the yatra was supposed to go another day. Anyway, the yatras are not so intense now. Those were different days. There were only 2,000 devotees, 1,000, 2,000. Those are different days. Now the yatras are cool. 8 o'clock the buses go, 2 o'clock the buses come back. Right? In those days, Radhanath Swami would travel. Only one party, and Maharaj would also travel. So therefore, no clock. वासुदेव दत्त प्रभुर भृत्य महाशये सहस्त्र मुखे यान रघुना कहिले न है. Vasudeva Datta, the 19th branch of Sri Chaitanya tree, was a great personality and a most confidential devotee of the Lord. One could not describe his qualities even with thousands of mouths. Thousands of mouths. One cannot describe his quality. Vasudev Datta, the brother of Mukunda Datta, was also a resident of Chattagram. In the Chaitanya Bhagavad it is said, Yandrasane Krishna Haya Apane Vikraya. Vasudev Datta was such a powerful devotee that Krishna was purchased by him. Who can purchase Krishna? What is the currency? The currency is, what is the currency? We'll read. Vasudev Datta stayed at Shiva's Pandit's house, and in the Chaitanya Bhagavad, it is described that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was so pleased with Vasudev Datta and so affectionate towards him that he used to say, I am only Vasudev Datta's man. My body is only meant to please Vasudev Datta and he can sell me anywhere. Thrice he vowed that this was a fact and no one should disbelieve these statements. All my dear devotees, he said, I tell you the truth, my body is especially meant for Vasudev Datta. Vasudev Datta initiated Sri Yadunandan Acharya Yadanandan Acharya, the spiritual master of Raghunath Das. Yagunandan Acharya arranged, I mean, not knowingly, but unknowingly, he arranged for Raghunath Das flight and escape, right? Because he wanted worship, and his priest was absconding, you know. So Raghunath Das Goswami Pad, he went for worship, and because he went for worship, he went further to worship Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, never to return. So that was the escape. This was found, so this will be found in Chaitanya Charitamrita Ante Leela 6th chapter. Vasudev Datta spent money very liberally, and therefore Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked Shivanand Sen to become his Sarakhela or secretary in order to control his extravagant expenses. Vasudev Datta was so kind to the living entities that he wanted to take all of their sinful reactions so that they might be delivered by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is described in the 15th chapter of Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela, verses 159 through 180. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur writes in his Anubhashya, there is a railway station named Purvasthali near the Navadip railway station, and about 1 mile away in a village known as Mamagachi, which is the birthplace of Vrindavan Das Thakur, there is presently a temple of Madan Gopal that was established by Vasudev Datta. The Gaudiya Math devotees have now taken charge of this temple, and the Seva Puja is going on very nicely. Every year, all the pilgrims on the Navadip Parikrama visit Mamagachi. Since Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur inaugurated the Navadip Parikrama function, the temple has now been very well managed. Mamagachi is a Modadrum Dweep. Mamagachi is a very beautiful place, very beautiful, and the uh, and every time in yatras, whenever we have gone to Mamagachi, we have gone on boats. It's a full-on boat ride, 1 hour. From Prabhupada Ghat, full-on boat ride for it's more than an hour of boat ride. So we have always gone through boats. Reason I don't know whether that is the most practical or easiest route, or whether the devotees wanted to give boat experience. That I don't know. We've always gone by boats. Maybe the land route is long. Because one time I remember the water was not sufficient, so the Mamagachi trip was only cancelled. So I think maybe because the water route is uh, less distant. So that is the place of Vrindavan Das Thakur, where he was born. So what is the currency by which Vasudev Dutt Thakur had purchased Lord Chaitanya? What is the currency? Prabhupada is teaching everyone to mint on that currency, is it not? That currency is compassion, is it not? That currency is compassion. Because of that, he had purchased Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Such a beautiful a description. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling, I'm telling you the truth, I am purchased by Vasudev Datta Thakur, and my body is only meant to please him, and he can sell me anywhere. He can sell me anywhere. So it seems Vasudev Datta Thakur was very rich, as is described here. But at another place, I have heard that Vasudev Datta Thakur comes in the family of Swarna Maliks. Swarna Maliks, actually. Vasudev Datta Thakur comes in the family of Swarna Maliks. In the same family, Prabhupada came later. So, the same family, Srila Prabhupada came. So that's why you see he's very rich. And although he's very rich, he is very extravagant. Not in purchasing opulences for himself, but very extravagant in helping other everyone and anyone. So therefore, uh, Mahaprabhu had to keep Shivananda Sen to keep a check on his expenses. Yeah. Seems that Shivananda Sen is a very great manager because he would organize the yatra, the uh, this rainy season yatra, Chaturmasi yatra from Bengal to Puri, Puri back to Bengal. Shivananda Sen. There is no not. One minute, one minute. So there is no Mukunda Ghosh. Okay, so there are four Mukundas. Okay, so now we have discussed two Mukundas. Mukunda Datta, who is a singer and the class friend of Lord Chaitanya. There is Mukunda Das, Srikhanda's Mukunda Das, who is a physician. So he is not a physician. Oh, physician is another Mukunda. Oh, he is Lord Nityananda's branch. Okay, what is his full name? Physician? Okay, so that is Mukunda Kaviraj. Branch means association. So just like now we are saying we are Rameshwaram Seva Kunj, you can also say Rameshwaram branch. Rameshwaram sub branch of Calcutta branch, again of yeah, like that. So so that way. So that branch association, which group they belong to, or whose associates they were. Lineage. Spiritual lineage is of great value. Biological lineage, not much, is it not? But spiritual lineage is of great value. So you can see how the transcendental qualities are flowing in this parampara circuitry. That's the whole point. That the parampara circuitry, the transcendental knowledge and the transcendental qualities are flowing like that. That is something which can be seen. Okay, so there are three Mukundas. Mukunda Kaviraj. Who is he? So I go. Okay, so there is one more Mukunda Sanjay. So there is Mukunda Das, who is Srikhanda Mukunda Das. So he is not the physician. Physician and the devotee who fainted was Mukunda Kaviraj. And there is one more Mukunda Sanjay. Who will come? Okay. No, but that so that Sanjay may be Sanjay Mukunda. That Mukunda will be Mukunda Dutt, and when Vasu is Vasu Ghosh. So very interesting. Lord of mercy. So Jagate Yate Tajiva Tara Papalana Naraka Punji Chahe Jiva Chadiya. Vasudev Datta Thakur wanted to suffer for all the sinful activities of all the people of the world so that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu might deliver them. Okay, so I think we'll stop here. So next is Srila Haridas Thakur. So that we will take up on Thursday. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai.